Okay, take two. I don't know if you saw this just a few minutes ago, but we don't have any heat, and so the guys for the HVAC just came into my office. So I am doing this take two. All right, guys, let's be serious here. It's time to quit being self-employed. Okay, if you are afraid that you are showing up not as the boss of your business and you are kind of coming in and punching your time card, then this is for you because the money is in the ownership. The money is in the burning the ships and knowing that it is coming down to you. While if you are self-employed, if that is your mentality, you are still thinking that you're waiting for the boss to call you and tell you what the day's work is, right? And so this is about changing how you are showing up. This is about doing this for you and from this deeper place. Okay, so here's 4 ways to check in and see if you are still coming from this place of self-employment. I want self-employment to be like the dirty word of business ownership because it is a place of not really owning your stuff. And so, okay, so how do you know that you are still coming from a self-employment? The first is that you're punching the time card. You are showing up and you probably think that you still need to work like a 9 to 5 kind of thing, and you come and you sit down and then you are procrastinating and you're not doing your most awesome work. And then you get to the end of the day, you're like, oh well, I'm not quite sure what got done today, but it's time to shut down. And so you're shutting it down. And you really just phoned it in all day, right? Where on the reverse side, when you are bossing your business, you are super clear on one of the most critical things that are going to move you forward, what are going to move the business to the place where you're trying to get to. You have clearly delineated the goals that you're trying to shoot for and reverse engineered to what that means for you today, and you are on it. And the beautiful thing about that is when those most critical things are done, if you would rather be out and doing the next thing, the other aspects of life, you can shut it down and move on knowing that the most beautiful, the most important things got done. Okay, so are you phoning it in, or are you really zeroed in, targeted, like laser focused on the most critical aspects, getting those done and moving on? That's number 1. The second, hey there, please, if you are joining me live, put in bossing your business or that you are ready to go and make some money. I would love to see some fun fire emojis or just like gearing up, right? Okay, and so the second one is that you're doing it like everyone else. You look around and you say, okay, all the people in my industry are doing these kinds of things, and so that's what I need to do. I need to go and take care of those things just like everybody else. And again, you're acting like an employee, and you looked around at all the other employees, even if they're in other businesses, and you're saying, okay, this is what is required of me at this stage. And that is just not the case, right? Because what's really going to make a huge impact for your people, the people that are listening in and trying to decide if you're the person for them, is they're looking to see that you really understand that they're the pain that they're in, what is driving them crazy right now, and that your take on it is exactly where they're at, right? And they are just like feeling this sense of relief because you are matching them where they're at. Okay, and so I want to see what I yeah, so instead the key is that you are really spending time. And I know what I was trying to write. I was saying I had a boss years ago whose phrase I loved. He's like, don't just do something, stand there. And I think that that is really the case of what a boss does. The boss is going to not just keep themselves busy for busy's sake, because that's what employees do. They're going to sit and they're going to ponder and they're going to work this through so that they really are clear on what the goal is, and they've reverse engineered that to the most important thing that I could do today that's going to move the needle forward in the most direct forward fashion, right? And sometimes that is a not direct path at all, right? Like sometimes it's going to be really feeling rickety on that line, but for you, it is really moving you forward, moving the business towards this goal that you want to get to. So don't just do something, stand there is the mantra of the bossing your business versus the self-employee who is really just looking to keep themselves busy and feel productive, even when at the end of the day they're like, ugh, I'm stuck. So if you're feeling like you just did a whole bunch of stuff but you don't really know where you got to, more than likely you're coming from this place of self-employment. So now just sit. You have however much time you have left, just sit and ponder for a little while and really think about, where is it you want to go? Where do you want to be by Thanksgiving, by the end of the year? And then work that backwards to today to say, what's the most critical thing that I could be doing this month, this week, today, in the time I have left, however that works for you, and do that thing, okay? Big or small, forward action. And so third one's a little bit nuanced, and to say employees are hired because of their zone of excellence. They are great at what they do, they're known for it, and they can get that work done so quick all day long, okay? And so it's easy to show up in your zone of excellence because you do it well. But when you're bossing your business, you're not doing just what you do well. You're doing the few unique tasks that you uniquely serve. And that is coming from your genius zone. That is coming from the place that you and you alone can really deliver. Okay? And so when you want to differentiate this, a beautiful way of saying that is that in your zone of excellence, you love the work that you do and you're known for it, and it works, that comes easy to you. But if you were to be asked to do it again tomorrow for free, you would not be the first to raise your hand. But your genius zone, now that's work that you love doing, that you're known for it, that you just, when you're in it, you are in the zone, and like hours just fly by and you don't even know because you're just feeling in that flow. And if asked to do it again tomorrow for free, you would, because you do it so naturally. That is a good indication that you are in your zone of genius. And so really focusing on what are the pieces that you bring to the table that people aren't going to be able to get elsewhere, and showing up there, that's going to help them see that you are really taking this and you're going to take them to a new place. You are going to carry them across that bridge to their transformation. Now, whether that is you own retail, whether you're a service provider, it is still the same. They still have pain and they still want to get to where they want to get to, and you can provide that bridge of transformation. And that is most, when you are in your genius zone, that's where you differentiate yourself, and people really feel it, and that energy is there. Okay. That's a super fun place to be, and a huge differentiator between when you look at a whole bunch of people in an industry, you can really pretty quickly decide who are people who are just kind of showing up and doing work that they're good at, but really aren't doing genius zone work. Because genius zone work is a little scary, right? It's asking you to put yourself out there in a way that's unique and different, and allows you to stand on that soapbox, and can be tough sometimes. But it's where you just sing and it comes so naturally and you just flow with it. That's where you want to be. Okay. And the people that are attracted to you are going to be attracted to that genius zone. When you are super in the flow and you are on your soapbox, that's people want to feel that, and they'll be going to be compelled to work with you. While when you're in your zone of excellence, they're like, yeah, she's good at what she does, but they're going to be like, hell yeah, that's who I want to be working with. That's the difference. Okay. And then the last one is pretty easy, right? Selling what you've sold. Let me say that differently. You sell the products that you focus on, or the ones that you know have sold in the past. So a great example of this is I had a woman in my mastermind who loved her little $49 course. And whenever she put that $49 course, she's so good at it that it filled up every single time. And she ran it, I don't know what it was, maybe like a 6-week course, right? And so she was anxious to like run it again because it always filled up and she felt good about it. But that is total thinking place of the self-employed. Like, my time will be filled. I'll be providing good information. People will see that they've gotten somewhere. But it is not what's truly yummy for you. It's not coming from that place of genius, and it's not going to hit your revenue bottom line of what you're looking for, right? So the boss is going to say, how much money do I want to make this month or this quarter or this year? And then reverse engineering and say, well, if that's the case, then I need to be able to make this much money every month. And so what kind of products am I going to sell that matches that? That is strategic. That is coming from this place of like, my business works for me, and I'm not just filling my time with things that are easy, but not really going to get me to my bottom line. Okay. And so what is that for you? Do you have products that are filling your time that are maybe sellers, but are hugely time consuming and not really getting you where you want? As opposed to spending some time and digging in deep to where you just shine and people really need you now. And because of the need, because of the uniqueness in which you can deliver it at a higher priced ticket that is going to truly serve and get you where you want to be. Okay, so those are the 4 ways to check in with yourself and see if you're self-employed, and some ways that you can really right now start bossing your business. Okay, and bossing your business is an important distinction. It's not just being, you're making the shift from employed. Don't say that you're employed if you own your own business, right? Like, this is about you taking a stand as an owner, and that you are putting yourself in a position where you're going to make the business work hard for you, and that the business is set up for operations and for revenue so that there is real money in it. Okay, so how are you showing up? Are you punching a time card? Are you just doing the work that you think is expected of you? Are you coming from your zone of excellence, and are you just selling the products that you've already sold and you just feel like, okay, I know that this is what I can get done? All indications of being self-employed, as opposed to bossing your business, where you are doing your most critical task because you've really worked it out, what your goal is, how that works out down to today. What are the most critical tasks? And then critical tasks, and then if you want, you can be out for the rest of the day. You're strategically using your time well. You are coming from this place of not doing what everybody else is doing, but what makes the most sense for who your people are, what they need to hear from you, and how they need to hear it. And you're delivering that consistently. And then third, you're coming from your genius zone, not just where you just show up, but where you shine in a way that no one else can. And then fourth, you've designed your products. The way your business brings in the money is based on how much money you want to make, and you're doing the work so that you know each month you're going to be able to hit that goal. All right. I am super charged with this concept of helping bosses really take charge of their life, because I think if you are bossing your business, you can then run your life so differently, because you're making the money that you want to make and putting that money in your pocket. This isn't about just paying your bills. Paying your bills is a nice piece, and it's the first level that you need to get to, but it's so much more than that, right? You chose to step out of being employed because there's so much more opportunity for wealth creation than there ever could be in being employed with a job. All right, if this is sounding true to you, if you really want to change your focus and get into wealth creation and have your business be the foundation for that, I want to talk to you. I want to help you really lay the foundation and make some money in 2020, and then really put down good roots so that in 2021 you are really able to grow your business in a way that produces income like you've never seen. All right, looking forward to talking to you soon. Take care.